you wanted us to do?
I'm gonna throw a pair out there.
Oh, okay. Because I just started on AC, but I don't have to.
Yep. Nope. I want to throw something that you're probably not even looking at. Um, I want you to do UCAD.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna start off by deleting my markings because this is I don't know how old this stuff is. All right. So I'm just gonna do what I think you want me to do. Start off. Well, I don't know if you're like Todd that you want us to start with the biggest closing candle because he would tell me if he was on here to
Yeah.
start with
No, I want you to
just do the week.
say that again.
Just start with the week.
If you can see the big picture in the week on the weekly, then start with the weekly. Or if you need to, okay, that's it.
Okay. So again, let me just do it. But
Hmm.
if I make a mistake, please stop me because I don't want to be keep
No,
cracking.
this is what I'm gonna let you do it, and then we'll go over what you did. Because I don't want to stop you. I don't want to stop your thought process.
Oh, well, let
Uh-huh.
me tell you a problem I'm having. Like all of us, we don't have a lot of time. So sometimes I can get caught up watching all these videos and not practicing as much as I'm watching because, the videos be long. So
Yeah.
say that to say that I probably will need help sooner than later. But what I would do is looking at the overall structure.
And before you
Oh,
go
yes, ma'am.
on, I just want to say, when the videos are long, I want you if because I know if you're trying to watch it all in one session, you're going to get bored, you're going to get tired, you're going to get your brain is going to glass over. It's going like I've been there.
Well, I
Okay.
usually, for the meetings, I usually will take notes, and sometimes the meeting for in order for me to get through the meeting, it'll take me like an extra hour because I keep pausing it and rewinding it.
You can do
Uh,
that too, or you can just break it up like one day watch a 20, 30 minutes and then take notes from there and then take those specific notes that you received within that 30 minutes and then apply it, go look for it on the chart.
yeah, yeah.
And then you, like break it up. Like if you have to break it up. And that's kind of why I said I was going to make these an hour. And then I thought about it. I said I should make them 30 minutes. But I think an hour is just more than enough.
Okay.
Um, 2 hours, look, I cannot do that. I can't even watch IC. Like I can't get through
Yes, I
ICT.
told God that was
So
awful. Yeah, I do still watch them, but I have to watch it like 3 times, and I'm like, that was 6 hours of my life.
yeah, I
But
don't.
it is helpful though too. So,
Yeah,
uh,
no, nah.
but I will do better at that. I told Todd every time I watch a video, I need to stop and practice, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. But
Yeah.
this is what I would do. And whenever you want to hop in, you can.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the general direction of the market. And right now, I would say that this is my swing high.
Hmm.
This is my swing low.
I like that.
And you're making me nervous, Kim. Hold on. um, So let me just say this. I actually thought I knew what I was going to say, and now I get a little confused because in reality, um, I mean, I guess you would say it is a bearish market because at the end of the day, there's all these internal smaller movements, um, and it hasn't broken the swing high, but it also technically hasn't broken the swing.
Low.
So,
But it did something. There's something there that I'm looking at that
oh, sorry, hold on, let me delete that.
I want to see if you recognize.
Okay, so this is the whole chart.
Now I love the swing high.
Okay, so you're thinking that this is a market structure shift because this is a higher low.
But what happened before that high or low?
Um, sorry, let me just talk or think out loud. What I'm thinking is that because it didn't break a higher high, it didn't break a high and it didn't break a low. I'm thinking all this is internal.
It is, but it is,
Okay.
but based on the structure between your high and low,
Uh-huh.
what,
Wait, I thought you were gonna say something else. Okay, what?
nope, what happened?
No, I don't know. I'm
You
confused.
had a market structure shift.
Well, so I'm assuming you're gonna say that, but where is the shift at? Because I'm just
That's what
thinking,
I want you to show me.
well, the only thing
You're
I can
so
think of is that
close.
these are
I
higher
know
low.
she's so close. She's so close.
You so close.
So
Okay, you guys.
identify your structure in between your high and your low, your internal structure.
Okay, so this is my high, this is my low, and then after that happens, we
Mm-mm.
talk about this.
No, no,
Starting here.
no, 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 no. Identify the structure that created the high and the low. So any before.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So this little part right here.
You can start there. Oh, yep, yep, you can go. And then, yep,
Okay, so that means it's bearish because it, hold on,
yep,
it broke structure here.
yep.
Yeah, it broke structure and went continued to go bearish.
And then what happened?
I just want you to tell me. Hold on.
No.
I don't.
We're rooting for you.
Mark up your structure. Mark up your structure.
Okay, you guys root for me because
I'm rooting for you, and I don't know the answer.
I
So
know I'm like Kim. I don't want you to tell me because I want to learn, but I'm confused.
Nope, that's why I want you to
I,
do it.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. So I'm rooting for you too.
Okay, well, this is what I said before, and maybe you didn't hear me, but I was saying there's a lot of smaller moves.
Okay, that's good. Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
okay, but then it
Uh-huh.
ends here.
That is perfect.
Well, no, that's what I was saying, but I'm saying after this.
So where is your shift of structure?
Oh, okay. So, but
Where did your shift of structure happen?
you're talking about where it hit it broke this high.
Exactly. So that's your market structure shift.
Okay, but it's still considered internal though, right?
Internal. It is
Yeah,
internal.
yeah, okay. Okay, no, so no, I did see that. I think I was thinking that it's no longer bearish that you were trying to tell me. I'm sorry.
Um, so yeah, once it shifted structure, it's officially now bullish. But I want you to mark up your shift of structure.
Oh wait.
Yep. They're actually
Wait, hold on, now I'm confused. This is what I would do if you were not talking to me, which I'm
okay.
glad you're talking to me, of course. I
Okay.
would be saying that, hey, this is bearish, overall bearish structure, but the internal
Hmm.
structure right now is bullish. Is it not really internal structure anymore? And we're saying it's really
So the
all bullish. What
so
do you
the internal, all that was going bearish. And once you get a shift in structure, now you're bullish. So you're going to be bullish at least up to this high. So you're going to be looking for buys,
wait, hold on. Point to the high. I didn't see that if you were
the
pointing.
high that you have marked up.
Okay, so this is still my high. So in
Yeah.
my mind, when we have a market structure shift, this is no longer considered the high unless
No,
it
it's
is
still the
in,
high. That's still the high. Higher, it's a higher time frame high. You're going to have internal swing highs and swing lows, and then you have that external or higher time frame swing highs and swing lows. So
okay, so let me try to put it the way maybe you're saying it is that my higher time frame is still a bearish structure, but my lower time frame is a bullish, right? Or no?
so so the thing is once okay and you're gonna have to mark up structure, right? So
Yes.
okay, let's think because I think you're thinking too much into it. So
Okay.
once you had that shift in structure,
Uh-huh.
I want you to fib the move.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So I'm fibbing the new move, like this bullish move here.
Correct.
Okay. And I am,
And price pulled back to,
so hold on. Oh, where it pulled back to right here, the 88.
it pulled back to your discount area, one of the,
Yeah.
either the 50%, 60, 618, 78, or 88. It pulled
Yeah.
back to the 88. And I'm sure there's probably a demand zone in there somewhere, right? On the lower time frame. But we not that's not the point.
Okay.
You had a shift in structure. Okay, now I want you to delete. Now, price did tap into your negative 27 and all that. And so
Okay.
that's all
Yeah.
good. So that whole fib has played out. For me, it would have played out. So now I want you to delete the fib, right?
All right.
Now I want you to, because you said that price was bearish overall,
Lee.
I want
Yeah.
you to fib the
The bearish.
overall bearish move.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So now you're looking for
Yeah, I see.
price
Okay.
to come back to, as you can see, it pulled back to your 78.
Okay. Hold on one second. Yeah. This is the 78. This is
Mhm.
78. Well, all of it. Yeah. Okay. So that's
We
the demand
we
zone. I mean,
we don't know if it's going to pull back to the 88. We have no idea. And okay, so
uh-huh.
overall, that is where you were looking for price to pull back to, right?
My
Okay,
buy
so
zone, and I need to mark that.
now after your market structure shift, and you can delete this fib too. You can delete this one.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you like what you would be looking for if you're marking up the chart.
Uh-huh.
So now that you had the market structure shift, I want you to mark up all of your swing highs / breaks of structure.
Okay. And do that all on this 1 week or go down today?
I want you to stay on this chart right here.
All right.
So I want you to mark it up with your trend. Yeah, you can do that too. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Now,
Okay.
hold on.
I already messed up.
Now, why did you mark that one right there?
This one right here.
The one you're marking up now.
Oh, I see. Because, well, in my mind, I probably wasn't thinking. I was probably going too fast. But I do see that this is a higher low. So then do I ignore one?
So once you marked up
Or not ignore it, but I guess that would be
one,
the shift in a way.
once you marked up the highest point, there's there's nothing there's nothing else you need to mark up after that.
Oh,
Okay.
let me do that again. Let me slow my roll. Hold on. I think sometimes I get confused because there's a lot of little stuff in the middle, and I didn't know if I should ignore that, but I
So
guess I'm not.
you're not going to ignore it, but you have to know the bigger picture first. You have to see the bigger picture first. So,
Okay.
if I were
Because
marking,
right now,
so right now,
uh-huh.
this is a break of structure. This is the swing high. This is your swing low. Until price
Oh, so you're
breaks,
saying don't even mark this eternal stuff.
all this other stuff means nothing. Well, I'm not going to say it doesn't mean anything, but looking at the higher time frame, currently it means nothing. Just as of right now, what we're talking about, that means nothing. So just you want to mark up your last
All right.
high and breaks of structure. So okay, once you got that, right? Go down
Uh-huh.
go down to your, oh, you go ahead. I'm gonna let you mark it up. Swing high.
This is my new swing low, right?
Yep.
And then my break of structure.
Okay. Now, before you move
All
on,
right.
anybody have any
Yeah.
questions about that?
My swing low would have been much higher than that.
But she's marking up the higher time frame right now. We're going to get into the internal swing lows in a minute, but does everybody understand currently?
I have a quick
What
question. I think
S-
oh, go on.
what is MSS?
Market structure shift.
And that's because it broke the last high.
Exactly.
All
Yep.
right.
Yeah,
Yep. So
I was just gonna ask,
go ahead.
you guys will say, especially Todd, that it depends on how you see the market. Like some people can, acknowledge certain highs, and not others. I
Well,
don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to understand more of that because all of us may not market the same way, but somehow there's still like factual information we can't ignore either.
so once we go down in a lower time frame, there's going to be more in that leg, that last bullish leg that you drew
Uh-huh.
up. You're going to have more structure because as you go down in time frame, you're going to create, there are going to be more candles. So now you're going to see, but you always need to know where you are on the chart. So
Yeah.
this whole move is structure,
Yeah.
right? So price can put, you want price to pull back to a discounted area to
Yeah.
keep buying up until price shifts the higher, and it doesn't have to be a higher time. So every time you have a breakup structure of a swing high, then you identify the swing low. So once price breaks structure, every time price breaks structure, but you don't know when it's going to happen, right? You kind of do, but you don't. I would be looking for maybe price to come up here and then start selling back down. But
Okay.
until price shows you what it wants to do, I'm a wait for price to show me what it wants to do. I don't, I'm not trying to guess what price. Once I see another shift in structure, because I know price has broken a swing high and created a break of structure, I know at some point it's going to shift and start pulling back. Give me a pullback. Price has to reset itself. Always. Price has to
And I
reset.
have a question.
Yes.
So based off of that last swing,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a higher time frame, but just in general, we would fib this last swing to see if price pulls back to that 78.
And you can look for your discounted area. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Kim, can you clarify this? I said it, but I don't know if you answered clear enough for me. I just wrote it up here. In my mind, again, I would be saying the higher time frame is bearish, but then the lower time frame is bullish. Or should I stop saying that it's all actually just
Yeah, I wouldn't say that because the
okay?
overall picture is bearish, right? This is all
But so when I say higher time frame, that's what I mean by overall.
so the overall is overall bearish, but the retracement, because this is still higher time frame, we're currently bullish, right?
So we don't call
Or
it lower
going,
time
but
frame. Okay.
yeah.
But so in my mind, I'm thinking lower time frame is just internal structure.
Lower time frame is internal. Once you go to lower time frame is currently we're on the weekly. Lower time frame is the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the lower times.
Okay. So
So
again, just so I would say that the overall structure is bearish, and then there was a market structure shift, um it
because
just
I already see that prices, I'm going to say probably selling, but you don't know that until I can see it. I can see where it happened, right? But and this is why I want you to know where you are on the bigger time frame, in the bigger scheme of things or the bigger picture of things. And now we can identify by going to okay, go to the daily.
Okay, hold on. I'm just doing this for myself. Okay, you said daily.
Mm-hmm. Okay, reset your chart and
How far back?
zoom back over to that leg, the last swing leg. Go over some more, some more.
It may not let me. Yeah.
It's not, you can move your chart, like
Oh,
your
okay. Yeah.
chart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So move it over a little more so we can see the full swing. Okay. All right. So, um, move it over. Just I need to see that last leg that you.
All right.
Yeah, that.
Uh,
Um,
which one? This is the shift.
was it this one? No, 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 no. The last leg. The last swing high, swing low.
Okay, it's right here. This is the
Right
swing
there.
low.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, but you're gonna have to squeeze it in just a little if you
Yeah,
can.
it's not letting me. Hold on, let me see. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Maybe I can squeeze it in after I move it. Let me give it a moment to pop up. Is this normal for it to, okay.
Yep, move it. Yeah, keep moving your chart, and there you go.
And then
Right
I can
there,
squeeze it
right
in.
there, right there, right there.
It's not letting me squeeze it in. Okay, that's good enough for you?
Just scoot to the left, just a little bit, not a lot. No, no. Okay, that's good enough right there. That's good enough right
Okay.
there. Okay, so, but what I want you to do is, because what I'm trying to get you to see is price was going down. Price was the pullback before the break of structure. The the before there was a break of structure, there was a swing high. Where you
Uh,
where your
yes.
where your break of structure is. So leave
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
Don't move it. So I want you to calculate from that point, that high point.
Uh-huh.
I want you to mark up structure from that.
Between here and here.
Nope, from where the high point create where the
Oh,
high was initially. Scoot your chart to the right.
to the right.
Yep.
That last swing,
Nope, to the right. To the right.
Sorry, bring it to the
Okay.
right. Okay. That.
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
I want you to identify the structure in that down move.
Right here.
Correct.
Okay. Um, sorry, I feel like I can't see.
Move your chart down, like scrunch
Yeah.
it down
Hold on.
from, yeah, there. There you go.
My eyes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Yes. Mhm.
Now.
And
Now.
all the way, you can
Now the suspect. Okay.
go all the way down.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, on an even smaller time frame, you're going to have
That's maybe even. I don't know.
you're going to have this here. Okay. I can
Yeah.
see it from the daily. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, if you go down to the 4 hour, you'll see it, but you don't have to do that now. So, based on the last structure, right?
Meaning, do I need to zoom into this?
You can do that one because that other one is going to be a little too high. It's too
Sorry. So you do want me to zoom
because
in?
so right here was your break of structure, right? So that means this was your current high. And
Yeah.
then once price broke structure, pulled back, broke. This the next high, it
Yeah.
pulled back, broke. That's the next high. So that's what I want you, and you don't have to, if matter of fact, just zoom, use your use
Mhm.
your hold on. Use your oh
Oh, the magnifying glass thing?
yes, that's what I was trying to move my annotation stuff to. Okay, now where's the last leg? Where's the last swing in that leg down on this daily?
Okay, hold on. I always feel like need glasses when I look at these charts. Hold on. So just the last swing,
Uh-huh. On
because
this
that's lower.
on the on I want it to be
We're
in
talking about right here, right?
want it to be in this area right here.
Okay, bear with me. Let me just uh do the whole thing. Maybe that'll help my mind. Yeah, that's lower. Uh, let's see. Am I doing too much?
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
I mean, because lots of break of structure over here too.
go ahead. That. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope.
Here, okay.
Yep. And then the last one. There it is. Okay.
And then
Okay.
I'll identify the swing. So we're saying this is just the swing, right? So this will be the break of
That's the
structure.
last bearish swing. Yep.
That's the break of structure. This is the high.
Yep.
And then this is the low, of course.
Yes.
Um, what do I need to do now?
So what happened after that
Well, that's the high, and it broke the high.
there's a
Are we
nice
talking about what comes after this, right?
what what happens when price shifts
Well,
structure?
yes, it was a market structure shift here.
Yes.
Um,
So price pulled back. You had a market structure shift,
yes.
and then price pulled back and then started going bullish. So now
Oh, this is bullish. Okay.
I want you to scoot your charts over to the left because now we need to look at the bullish structure.
Oh, okay. But then it also broke a low. But okay.
And it did, but it probably just I can't really see it. But yes, it did break below that low. Um and probably somewhere over here in that whole down the overall down move, there's probably a demand zone, probably somewhere up in here.
Okay.
So, but we're just talking it through right now, talking it through. Hold on, where can I delete? Okay. So now I want you to identify the breaks of structure in this bullish market.
Okay. So do I start here or you want me to start here?
No, you can start at the, yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm doing this one
Oh,
because
no, no, no.
even though it's a little higher, don't do it.
What is it higher?
It is.
Is it higher?
Then the last low, yeah.
No, then the high. Is it higher
Oh, that
than the
part.
high?
My bad. My bad. Bear with me.
Mhm.
Oh, well, this is
No.
that don't count.
Is that a wick or is that a closed candle?
I can't tell because all the candles are so small. I can zoom in.
You can zoom in.
Okay, hold on. Um, Hold
That's the
on.
wick.
Hold on.
That's
The verdict is out. It's higher, ain't it? Are we looking right here?
no, not that one.
Where are we looking at?
You're looking at this one right here.
Hold on, sorry. I'm sorry. Point to it again. This one here, right?
Hold on, we were looking at no, this is where you started. You started here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so is this higher? Okay. No.
Okay, so
Well,
draw your
actually, yes.
draw. No, ma'am. You
I
you
don't
trading
have
like you trading like Todd now. This
your eyes.
here is a wick, not a closed candle.
Okay, but can you go down to the close? Oh, I get what you're saying. So we're saying from the
I
last
don't.
stick, it needs to break that high. Okay, I'm thinking from the body of one, their
No.
bodies are different. Anyway, I got you.
I don't do bodies. I do when I study and it says a close above a high, the anatomy of a candle is the wick is the high and the wick at the bottom of the wick, the top of the wick is the high, the bottom of the wick is the low. I have never heard a video of anybody saying if the body of the candle closes above an open or close. So, but that's Todd's way of trading, and that's how he trades.
Okay.
Not how I trade.
This will be the next hire. You want me to mark this one because they're
That's
breaking
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that one.
this one. Okay.
And pull back.
So what's the difference? I know the difference between that the wick is where price moved up throughout that whole time frame and down.
Mhm.
But what is it? What does it make it? Why does why would someone do one and someone else do the other?
Because for me,
Yeah.
and I can't speak for Todd, Todd uses the line chart, but of course the wicks are not on the line chart. For
Mm,
me, when you mark up a high, you can change the time to anything. The high is going to be the high. You
mhm.
mark up the open and close and you change the time, the open and close is going to be different.
Oh, I get what you're saying. When you move from time to time, that will fluctuate, but the high will always be the same.
The high is going to always be the same.
Yeah.
So that is why I stick to the high. When I was studying and I was looking, like the close of the candle above a high or a low was just more confirmation for me that price
Yeah.
is either is still going bullish or bearish.
All right, I'm going with you.
I'm no, what I want you to do is just study and practice and figure out which one works best for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes.
But you got to be consistent. That's the thing.
But that's the only thing. You have to be consistent
That's
with,
my
with whichever one you choose.
okay.
And I won't be mad.
If I use the body.
Okay, I might be mad if you choose ties, but I'm not gonna be mad. I'm just kidding.
Mm. Thanks for answering that.
So
Uh,
this is the only bear structure, correct? Because
okay. Now
there's a
squeeze your chart in.
in.
So I move it to the left because is that the highest point?
Oh, let's see. Oh, sorry. No, it breaks over here.
So okay, turn
Go back.
go back. You might have to go to the weekly so we can really see it.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
wait a minute. Hold on. Before you do that, go back to the daily.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well,
And you see reset your chart. Let me get
um,
that stuff off of there and then scoot it back over there.
okay.
Okay. So, wait a minute. Where did you mark up? Where was your last markup?
It's right here. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Now we can see a little bit. So now you can start marking up the next move.
This bearish move right here.
Uh-huh.
So mark up the structure or
Nope, you
fit.
can just pull it back all the way back because your high point, it's got to either break your high or your low.
I'm sorry. What do you, oh, meaning I need to start here when it breaks the high? What do you mean?
So when it pull back, so this is the high, this is
Broke structure.
your current low. So
Yeah.
so just mark up. You don't you could and let me, I don't want to confuse you. You could mark up these internals here, right?
Wait. Okay. Uh-huh.
You could mark those up and then but hold on. Don't look at that. But this is still your swing high
And yes, until I get here. Then there's a break
until
of
you, correct. So just mark up.
but really all this is considered isn't all this considered internal? Because it didn't, I mean, I
Yes,
guess it did break my low right here.
it is internal. Did it break it?
It did.
It closed below?
I mean, again, according to my eyes, it looks lower.
Yeah, I can't see.
Okay, because I would have
So
here I put this on it. This array.
so it did break below.
Yeah. So then it would be here to here to
Oh, wait
here.
a minute. Oh, no, no, that's right. That's right. That's right. Then here. So, um, because okay. So we had a market structure shift, right?
Which one are you talking about?
Down here.
Right
We
here.
had a market structure shift down here.
Okay, that's it.
So, and you can mark, and I don't want to say don't mark up the pullbacks because at some point you're going to know how to trade the pullbacks, right? So at some point you'll know how to trade this.
When you say trade, that meaning the counter trend
Okay.
trading.
Yes.
Okay.
And so and what I mean by that is once this broke this structure here, price pulled back to this supply or demand zone
Yeah.
and so back to this low.
Well, it broke it.
You
Yeah.
are going to be able to trade that at some point in the near future. Now, I'm saying right now, don't worry about it. And I don't want to say don't worry about it, but I want to say if you practice just trading the trend at the moment, just practice trading the trend.
Yeah.
So this was your trend, this was your last swing. So you would be looking for price to pull back here to buy up.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then it pulled back some more.
Yes. A lot of changes.
And then, yes. But right now, I just want you to mark up the bullish. You can mark up the pullback, but I want you to mark up the bullish breaks of structure, the bullish structure.
With the
So,
trend line.
yeah, you can use your trend line. I mean, no, you can use your path tool.
That's what I meant. Sorry. Okay. So I can't ignore this low.
Nope, go ahead and pull it back. Go ahead and pull it all the way down. Right. And
Okay.
then wherever price broke struck, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right there. And then price pull back. Yep. And then price pushed up.
And I'll
Yes.
stop here.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it might have been went a little higher. But go ahead. Because price did break that structure.
Oh, okay. You
Price
want me to
broke.
go on?
So now go, yep, start again.
I mean, delete that. Hold on. It was here.
Mm-hmm. 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 And then all the way
Just
up.
stop
There you
here.
go. That is perfect. Okay.
Okay. All
So
right.
now that price has reached its high, it broke structure. it broke a swing high, which created a break of structure, and now it's at its high. Now, what did price do next?
It market structure shift. It broke.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, mark up your MSS, your market structure shift,
All
or
right.
some of y'all may call it a chalk, or I don't know why I hate that word, but it's a chalk, a change of character. It's change of character.
Okay. And then this is my new low.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes. So, and then price started, scoot your chart over. Okay, now I want you to fib.
What? It's gonna break it right here
No,
again.
no, no, no. I don't want you to fib. You could fib. You go ahead and fib. Go ahead and
But
fib
fit from this low, the low to the high,
the high to the low.
or the high to the low. Sorry.
Yep, yep.
Um,
And price pulled back to a discounted area
it pulled all the way back though.
or a premium area. No. What do you mean it pulled all the way
Or
back?
I'm thinking of this. Where are
Oh,
you
no,
talking?
no, 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 no. We don't even know that price.
Oh, because we went from the high to the low.
Yeah. And then so price pulled back to
Oh, here.
one
Okay.
of the
Yes.
discounted areas. Anywhere between here and here is fair game.
Yes.
Okay. So
But you said you don't normally
I would have never
enter
gotten in this trade.
until 70.
I would have
So you wouldn't even enter until here.
I would have waited till price got up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So why didn't it delete? Okay.
And once it did, it was a big move.
And once it does, once it moves, it's gonna move.
So, quick question, Kim.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. So, just to clarify, when it gets to that closer, since you usually do 78, 88, once it gets closer to that,
Mhm.
you would fib that you would set like a you just like get in a short to all the way down. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that was clarify. I was just gonna clarify, I guess,
You use
how the fib works. Okay, so I'm starting to understand it now. All right, just want to
Yep.
clarify.
Absolutely.
Kim though, but so this is your supply zone, but I thought you normally sell it all the way down to another demand zone. And where were your demand?
I would sell it to the low, to this low right
Oh,
here.
just
Yeah.
Okay.
Because usually price will
Okay.
go back there, no?
Huh?
Like in most cases, depending on like what we're seeing here on this chart, like the price will go back to that low, right? That's
It
why
should
you
go
want
back to
it
the
should go
low.
back, right? Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Because it's below the zero, right here. So
Yes. So you can either
Would have been
yeah, like the 27 would have been the take profit once for some people, but I guess
yes,
going
the
to there.
27 would have been the take profit one.
Okay, so going to that low would be good too. That's a good measurement actually when you think about it, because it didn't go past that. It kind of like when you look down here, it went close to the 27, but it didn't go really past that low.
Let's scoot your chart over to the right.
right
To the left.
Yeah,
To the
let's
left.
to the left a
the
little bit.
left.
See if it kept going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, see, it didn't move past, no.
So now, but you
Did
have
touch it, kind of,
Yeah, it
right?
touched
Or
it.
not?
did
Yeah, if you go a line chart, maybe it touched it if you look on
I
line
don't
chart.
know if it touched that, but all I know is
Oh no, it's just showing the low. This is lower. Okay.
and all I care about is that price
That'd be that low. Yeah.
below that low. Right. So now I would be looking for price because now this would be my swing low. This would be my break. Once this broke structure, this is now my swing high. And then
Now, by the way, did it break structure? I mean, maybe from my vantage point, I can't tell. It looks the same, but
I don't think it broke above because this right
what
here.
I'm saying, so that means it really didn't break, right?
No, it didn't break above this high. It didn't break above this high.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that I've had
But it did pull all the way back. So that's when your entry signal.
Correct.
Yes.
It did pull back and then sold down to that low. So
Yeah.
now that it went to this low, oops, hold on, that was ugly.
You want me to mark it?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
So in case you move the chart, it won't. So now that price has broken below that low, right? Now I will be looking for price to um well, that's a break of structure. That's going to be a break of structure.
Because it breaks here, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, let me just
Do
do that.
your trend line.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My trend line don't be straight though. So
Do you have a MacBook or
magnet.
a computer or a HP or Microsoft?
I do have I have an Apple computer and I have a magnet. Is that what you're talking about? This?
No, no, no. Well, yeah, the magnet is one, definitely one that's precise. But if you have a MacBook, if you hold the shift key,
Oh,
the line would be so um
let's
click
try
on
that.
click on the yeah, just you can try it.
And hold the shift key while I do what?
First of all, click on there first,
Okay.
and now hold the shift key and it'll lock it. The line will be straight. Go pull it, drag it
Oh,
over, drag it over.
no, it worked. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Next time. Okay.
But yeah. So now that price is broken there, I would be looking for price to fib this move here to here.
Down. Okay.
Mhm.
You want me to go right here, or I guess
Yep.
that's fine. Okay.
Wherever the low is.
Okay.
So I would be looking for price to pull back to the 78 or 88, which it did. It even went a little higher.
It went all the way up. It seems like it
It
just
it
keeps
it probably
jumping on the supply.
it looked like it swept that high,
Actually, this is higher.
right?
Yeah,
But
it's higher. So
that,
it broke right here.
but that was the last swing. And then what happened?
Sorry, I moved it going.
That's okay. That was the last swing. And then what happened?
Well, I don't know. Did you acknowledge the fact that it broke structure here? Well, again, I don't know if this is
I think
It
that's
went,
I
it went
think
down to the golden zone, I think.
I think that's just a wick.
let me just see from my little. I can't tell. They're so small. I may have gotten it. Let's see.
That's probably a market open candle. So yeah,
It may have broken it. You're saying?
yeah. Well, the way that it is, as you can see, price closed, this daily candle closed here and then
Yeah.
it opened all the way up here. So it
Oh, there was a jump, a
yeah,
gap.
yeah.
Okay. So in that situation, do we ignore it because it's just a market open candle, or do we count it as a real high?
So zoom back, scrunch your chart back in. Normally, I would, as you can see, I marked up. I said this was the last structure,
Okay, so it is
right?
first. Uh-huh.
And then what happened?
And then a market
It
a
gave
market
market
structure
structure
shift because
shift.
it broke this low.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You want me to put it over? Can you
so
see?
scoot your chart over just a little bit. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Because because of this, I definitely would have been looking for a buy. But I'm in this zone here. So I have to really see what price wants to do, right? And as you can
Oh
see,
wait, so it pulled all the way back here and
yes.
well, the thing is it pulled here and it technically did break it, but in essence right now it pulled back and it just
And then
continued.
shift it because it broke and shifted structure. It gave you a market structure shift.
Oh, thereafter, yes. Okay.
Okay. And then once it shifted, it pulled back to
Probably a discount.
buy
Yeah.
zone and started selling. So that is why I said I think that price is likely going to start selling.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's
Does
gonna keep selling.
anybody have questions about that? We got 2 minutes.
I guess I got a comment about Canada's in the US dollar. It's not really like a analytics but fundamental one. I do think it's going to keep going down. As somebody who lives in Canada, I know how the market looks right now, and I don't see it bouncing back to that old high for the rest of the year. Just saying.
But based on the sell, it's based off of the US dollar since the USD is the base pair.
Oh yeah, I'm saying the Canadian dollar is weaker, as in I don't think it's. Oh, is that mean it's going to go back up then if Canada keeps tanking? I guess in like the Canadian dollar gets weaker.
So higher time frame, let me just say this, higher time
Mhm.
frame, there's the break of structure here.
Yeah.
It's the swing low. So price could come back into this zone. It looks like a little demand zone down here, and then start buying back, which means the dollar would be stronger than the Canadian.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Then that makes sense because Canadian dollar is not going back up. It'll keep going down, I think, to that, like you said, that 50 zone. I think it's going to get to that golden zone towards the
Mhm.
50, and then it's going to shoot back up. I don't see it going past the 50, though. Like, it's Canadian dollars.
Because right now, this is the last swing down. So I would look for price to sell from here to into this zone
That makes
and
sense.
then
I thought you meant
possibly,
sell. I thought you meant sell back to that previous swing low from like a few years back, like all the way to the low parts, like the 122 area.
yeah, it would have to break this low if
Mm,
I'm looking for
a continuous bearish like market. Okay, I understand.
yep. Did that make sense, Shia?
Yeah,
Squeeze your chart in. Squeeze your chart in.
I'm about to say, I feel like I gotta run this back. Hold on.
Squeeze it in.
Move it over.
Actually, give let me take control. I mean,
Okay.
let me share my screen.
You want me to
Thanks,
stop
thanks
sharing?
for this, Kim. I got to get back to work. I appreciate it, guys.
You're
Enjoy the rest of
welcome.
your day. But I will try to catch this as much as I can.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Need to go. Bye
Did
bye.
you say stop sharing, Kim?
Yep, stop sharing.
All right.
Okay. So, um,
And one day in real time, I want to see you do all that because you say you do it in 5 minutes, and I'm
yeah,
pretty.
I can do it in 5 minutes. Was it
I
you can? You can. Okay.
That-
So,
the fact that we are like laser focused on this is helping me a lot.
yes. That's why I wanted to I feel like I know that we talk about it during the week, but I feel like we only talk about it really once a week on Sundays, and I just think that that's just not enough time to
Yeah,
really.
and it's
You
also
got to get your repetitions in.
Yes. So right now, Shia, what I'm saying is this is pullback. This, oops, let me turn this off. Um, and then here's the move here. This is the last swing, although it hasn't. Let me
oh,
see.
you're on the week. Okay.
Let's see if it broke this high. Let's see.
I think it did.
Okay, so it did break the high based off what I see. So now
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting for price to pull back to the discounted area, which it is in the discounted area right now. We just need to see. Okay, it hasn't hit 78 yet. I would
Yes.
love for it to hit the 88 because that's my last
So, hold
demand
on,
zone.
Kim, what is the last low? Is it what's right by the 78? Or no, the low is right there. Okay, I see what you're saying.
The swing low would be right here. This is our swing low.
Okay, so that's the low, that's the high. And
This
then
is
we're
our,
trying to see if it'll pull back to a discount, which is the 78 or 88.
our
Okay.
internal break of structure because our high point is right here at this point, right? So once price broke through, this is all internal.
Yeah.
So to, we're initially looking for price to pull back to sell, but because we're looking at structure, this was the last swing up. So that means price would have to break this here
And
or
then it did break the
here,
broke that. Okay.
whichever one it breaks, then that's what we're looking at. So price pulled back. It actually pulled back to a demand zone right here, right?
Mm.
And now it bought up, and then it bought up. Not now, but then it bought up. Broke structure, internal structure. So now, and this was our swing low. So now that it broke through, this is our swing low. And then you have more internal of the internal, right? You had this here, this little pullback here, this push up here, and then this pullback here. Okay. So now we're looking for price to pull back into, Todd likes the 50% 618. I like the 78 or 88.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to trade this counter trend, you have this move here, this pullback, this move here, this pullback. I would be looking for price to come into this zone here I would be looking for price to come into here and then sell. At least you can sell it to this low here, these lows here. You can sell it to the 78. If you feeling, a little froggy, you can sell it to the 88. And as it's going down, it's creating structure. It would be creating structure. So, for instance, if you just sold it to the low, that was 362 pips.
Mm.
If you sold it to, and of course, we're on the weekly, so you're really not selling it from this particular zone. If you sell it to the 78, that's 455 pips. And then if you sell it to the 88, that's 610 pips. Now,
What's you using that it stays there? Because I never get that.
it's the
Oh, okay.
price range tool.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, with that being said, so it tapped into this demand zone, but you're still in this structure, this bearish structure. So, like I said, I want to see it touch the 78. I would love to see it come back to this demand zone here, which is at the 88, and then see a shift in structure to then take it back up to this high. And that's approximately 1,500 pips. At $1 is 1,500 bucks. So, any other questions? Now, again, if price breaks below here, then we know it's going to be a pullback for a continuation of a sell.
Yeah. I have a question just to kind of help me put things together because I actually took very, copious notes of yours the last meeting you guys had. And what you just showed me, I feel like was not a good anyway, pretty much I wouldn't have gotten that from the notes I took for some reason. But let me ask this. So when I am just a general recap of your strategy, you start off again generally at the weekly or the monthly if you have to see the full chart.
Mm-hmm.
And you identify the higher time frame structure. And as soon as, let's say in this situation, I mean, you can't see my cursor, but pretty much you identify as much structure as you can from that point. And then when you can't, then you look for the next last piece of structure on the lower time frame, and you keep doing that until you identify the very last structure to know how one where to enter and what direction
So,
you're
so
buying or selling, if
when
that
I
makes sense.
look at the higher time frame, the bigger picture, when I'm looking at the bigger picture, I don't even want to say higher time frame.
Okay, well, I won't say that.
Because if I could see the big picture on this daily, or if I
Yeah,
can see the big picture on the 4 hour, then I can see the big picture. But I want to go to, in order
yeah,
for me to see the big picture, I just use a higher time frame. Okay.
yeah,
So, and seeing that price is here and this is the lowest point,
yes. I think you have that magnet on. If
I do.
that's okay.
The next thing I'm going to look at, not knowing that price pulled back,
Yes,
is did price give a market structure shift? And it
yes,
did. So
yes,
now that it gave a market structure shift, so this was once bearish,
yes,
because it gave a market structure shift, I am now looking for buys.
yes,
So then I just then identify the structure on the current. I identify structure on the current time frame that I'm on.
yes.
That's the last structure I see at this point. Um, oh, and wait a minute, hold on. So that was the last, okay. And
Let's break it.
price closed above there, right?
Yes.
So now
So then would you, yeah, okay.
looking at this being the move. Now, I would love to see
Last swing, you mean, right?
I would love to see more price. What was the question?
You're saying that's your last swing, right? Your last
This would be
full
the
cross.
last swing, yes, that I can mark up on this time frame.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So yes, I would love to see price
Go higher.
go a little higher. So what I want to do is look at the internal, look at what's in this leg right here.
Okay.
So in this leg, I see this, and I see this. So if price came down and broke this low, then I'm going to definitely look for sales. But
Yes.
as of right now, this last bullish swing, which within this leg that's going up, that broke this high, this is pullback. I want to see it come back to a discounted area.
So then you would fib that low to that new high.
You can.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, at least maybe for us who are trying to figure
Yep,
out
you
what it's
can.
going.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, you can from here to here.
And then it's, yeah, but it didn't hit the 78. Okay.
So it didn't have, and it doesn't have to hit the 78, right? The
When
the
you would,
discounted area is anywhere between the 50% and 88.
yes.
So it's in the zone. So now I'm just looking and identifying the current structure. And of course, I wouldn't be looking at this on I mean, I could look for it on the weekly. I don't have any problem looking at it on the weekly. But right now, this is the structure in my POI.
Mm, okay.
So when it's selling, I'm selling. So I would be looking for price to pull back in here and sell some more.
And again, you're looking for it to pull back to your 78 even within
I'm
that.
looking for it to pull back to this. I would love to see it pull back to this demand zone right here.
Well, let me ask this, Kim. And again, you can't see my cursor, but that last swing structure you identified and you
Right
marked, I
here.
guess, a supply zone.
Here?
No, that last blue.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
know how you just marked a golden zone, or not, really not a golden zone, a supply zone.
Yes.
You would wait for it to pull back to the 78 within that supply zone, correct?
Yep.
And then sell down to the 88 or the 78 of the swing prior to that?
I would take it down to this low because it is not guaranteed to go down to, it's already in the discounted area.
So
So
when do you kind of like, I don't want to say throw out the past, but you know how you're marking up previous zones. When are they no longer important? Is it maybe once they're mitigated? Or
once you get a market structure shift,
okay,
if price pulled, okay, so this was my zone here, and I'm going to fib it from here to
is,
here.
is that last swing? I don't know where we're at.
Yep, this is the last swing
Okay,
that I marked up on the weekly. I'm now on the 4 hour. Okay.
okay,
So I'm going down to the 4 hour. As you can see, price tapped into the zone, the
61 maybe, or no, above that.
the premium area for this move down is from here to here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So price is pulled into the premium area, but I can look and see this is my last swing in this area. So even though this right here gave a bearish move, a strong bearish move, this can just be a pullback for a continuation back up into this zone
Mhm.
or to the 78. And let me just mark it to the 78 or the 88.
And it broke structure right here. Well, sorry, you can't see my cursor, but that last bit of green,
The,
uh,
the green
to your left,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah, it broke structure. So
Yeah.
technically thinking it's going to be bullish, you're saying, right? That's why you think it's going to go to that zone.
So I'm just looking at
Not
this.
broke structure, but there was. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yes, it did break structure. You're right. It did break structure, right?
Well,
But
what I'm thinking is, isn't that considered a sorry, because it was bearish.
so you had the market structure shift here,
Yes, and then it became bullish. Okay,
pull back to a,
demand zone.
okay,
Uh-huh.
and now it's going bearish. Now it pulled back to here. It created this last leg of structure here, created another market structure shift, right? And break, pulled back to the demand zone, another demand zone, and then left the building.
Yes.
Okay. So now this is the last swing high, and now it broke structure.
Yes.
Even, but I'm looking at this swing. So it pushed up here, pulled back, broke this internal structure, and now it's up here. So it broke this high, this swing high, and then this internal swing high. Okay. So now I would be looking for price to pull back to a discounted area. So it can pull back anywhere between here and here. Could it pull back to this this demand zone? Yes, it could. Or there, if y'all trade imbalances, I don't see any. This is why I don't trade imbalances. There's one here at the 618
Uh-huh.
along with the demand zone. So it can pull back to this 618 and then start going bullish. Meaning it could pull back to here, this little demand zone here, and then start going up to the 78 and the 88. If that's the case, and then it shifts structure because your swing high is currently right here, right? When I was on the weekly, that's my swing high. So wait a minute, let me reset my chart. So this was the last move, the last weekly structure, and this was the high, swing high of that structure. So if price pushed up here to the 78.88 and then shifted structure without breaking this high, I would let it, I want it to show me a shift in structure. Todd is going to look for a daily sweep somewhere up here.
Isn't the assumption that it'll continue to sell if it doesn't shift?
Correct. If
Yeah.
it doesn't break this high and it shifts structure within this zone, it is likely going to continue selling to this low or even further down, even more to these lows or to this negative 27 or down to this 88. So yes, we're in this weekly bearish structure. So the goal is to look for a sell. Unless it shows you something different, meaning if it goes past or closes above this high, it has met its what's the word I'm trying to find? It has met its responsibility of going to a discounted area. So again, anywhere between the 50% and the 88. So it's in the zone. While it's in the zone, I can trade it based on the current structure that's in the zone. The current structure in the zone is bearish, so I would be looking for sales until it showed me something different.
Okay, so let me ask this. We only pay attention to current structure until it breaks overall structure.
Until it breaks the internal, you can utilize the internal structure. Well, this is internal structure, right?
So when I say current, I'm thinking internal. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, that is true.
So we zero in on the current or the internal structure until it breaks that overall structure. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm just trying to like bridge the gap between why do we keep looking at overall if really we're like in this little area.
Because you need to know where this is the bigger picture,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
But you need to know if it starts selling, you're not going to be selling all the way down here. You need to know you're only going to be selling
Okay.
at least to
The
that
discount
swing move.
that demands on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that helps so much. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So yes, so now that, like I said, I'm looking for price to, once this has gone bullish, I'm looking for it to come back, do another bullish, and it might just go, be creating little bearish structure move, sorry. And then once I see the shift,
Oh, I mean, yep. Okay. Then
and I'm looking to buy it up to at least the last high. If you want to hold on to it to the negative 27, you can hold on to it. But I'm looking because at this point, I'm looking for it to go to buy back up to here.
So the people who, because from my understanding, once you see your shift in structure, you just set your limit order and let go. But for the people who are doing these like trading these 6-month candles,
You can do the same thing.
yeah, no, not that you couldn't, but it seems like because I actually almost
Oh,
entered.
wait a minute. You said 6-month candle.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking not necessarily 6 months, but anyone who's holding a larger time frame candle, if that makes sense. It seems like they're still like trying to manage the trade in between. So are they just more so looking for these market structure shifts while they're
They
trading plays out?
they're not even doing that. They're not doing that. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with as much as respect as I can. you all are getting the market structure drill that other people in the group that has not gotten.
Yeah.
So you all are getting thrown in the fire to understand market structure. And like I said, that people that have been here for 4 years don't have.
So they can't really manage it, you're saying, appropriately because they don't have that information.
Because they don't know it. They don't understand. Yeah.
Because then I got intimidated when it was like, okay, I think I'm ready to start trading, but then all this managing you guys are doing and you guys be up late at night, I'm like, oh, that's too much. I
No,
can't.
do you hear me when I say I want my sleep?
Yeah,
But
yeah. And not even that it's too much, like, like
let me
being,
tell you,
like
I
can't do it, but I
am
just,
I am not up on the chart. The only reason I caught the trade I did today is because I have so
have an alert or something.
I no. I teach 3 groups on the weekend.
Okay.
So last night, my family, I have a group with my family, right?
Uh-huh.
So last night, as I'm explaining things to them, and we're not even trading yet, like they don't even know what a pip is, okay? But last night, when I was showing them, because I'm just starting them in TradingView.
Okay.
I have given them all the market structure videos, and now I'm going to drill them on market structure. So I had them to create an account in TradingView. So as I was discussing with them on TradingView and how to set up their account, when I looked at GJ,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, so I was on the daily, right? And I knew that the Friday candle was very bearish.
Mm-hmm.
And I also knew that it was in this so based on the daily, I marked up the break of structure, the swing low, the swing.
Uh-huh.
That's y'all know what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
And this did come down in wick this low,
But then broke it.
but I said when I went down to the 1 hour and I saw this here, I knew that that was a swing on the 15-minute. Now, at some point, you all you'll get there, right? I knew that this was a break of structure. This was my swing high, and this was my swing low. I am going to sell until I can't sell no more. I am going to buy until I can't buy no more. So I knew that this was my 15-minute supply zone, and I set it and went to bed. Did I know it was gonna work? No, I didn't. But until I don't see bearish no more, I'm going to keep selling. And that's exactly what I did. It was 100 pips.
Okay.
So now that price has given me more structure, right? Now that price has given me this break of structure, this is now my swing high, and this is my swing low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I would love for price to come back into discounted area. I mean, a premium area, or
By the way, you say that it's a premium. You're marking the premium area because of that
it's my
last candle before the
before the
shift.
down move.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to think because you also use a fib, but really the fib always touches, or the
I don't-
80 always touches the bottom of the supply zone. Is that how
I'm
that works?
really, I'm really only teaching y'all the fib, but I don't use you. I don't
Yeah.
generally use the fib.
Yeah,
It's
okay. But I still see it does touch it. It goes to the, what is that, the 88? Okay.
that
In most cases.
it might even just come there, right? Because
Yeah.
there's another demand zone, I mean supply zone right here. So if it came there and shifted structure, then I'll be looking to sell it some more. But if it comes up here and doesn't shift structure, then I'm going to wait for it to show me what it's going to do. It's either going to break this high or it's going to shift structure to keep selling to the downside. But as soon as I see price close above this high, my whole thought process has shifted to only look for buys. I'm not looking to trade the pullbacks. I'm not looking like none of that. So if I'm looking at this right now, this is the next move I'm looking for. And it's 20, I'm gonna just make it 25 pips. 25 pips stop loss. Okay. And then I'm looking to take it
To the low.
to this low. It's 131 pips. If I go down, if I go up to 4-hour time frame, I would be looking for price to come at this point right here. Okay, so I can do 150 pips because this is a demand zone. So I would expect price to come here and give a pullback at some point. So I'm going to take my profit, whether it's a pullback to keep selling to this demand zone or even lower because this was the initial shift in structure, right? So this was from here to here, all the way up here. It could be coming back to this 78 or 88. It could be.
Yeah.
There's a daily demand.
Madam,
There's a there's a there- there's a daily hold on. There's two daily demand zones that this might be coming back down to. This one here or this one here. So if I fib this whole move, the bigger move, right? We're talking about um the 618, the 78 is here, but as long as it's in our discounted area, this is where we would be looking to move from. This is where I'm really expecting price to come here and then bounce all the way up to 1100 pips or even higher. So I trade what I see. And right now I see that price is still bearish. Now, once it gets up here, I'll put an alert and I'll even put an alert here. Give me time to look at it. And then once I see what's going on, if it's still bullish, then I'm just waiting to see what it's going to give me. It's going to either break here or shift from bullish to bearish. And then I'll get in for the sell. Like I said, down to this zone, down to this little demand zone here. So that's what I'm looking for. And no, I'm not trading this back. I would not trade this back up. And of course, it's probably several pips to trade back up, right? It's at least 100 pips, 122. But because I don't know how far it's going to push up, it might push up and then start selling some more. But if it pulls back to this zone, that's when I want to trade it. If you trade the trend, you get more explosive moves, and then you're not watching the trade go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because this pullback will be just that, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It'll be all of that. I don't want no parts of it. No parts. So that is just how I look at the market. Wisdom, did you have a question before I hop off?
Yeah, on USD card, I just want to go back there and
You say USD? Were we looking at?
yeah,
Oh yeah, we were. Okay.
the full picture on the weekly, the dinosaur on the
Mhm.
weekly.
On the weekly. Uh-huh.
Yeah, zoom it all in or out. What? No. Oh, sorry, out. Zoom it all out. Sorry, zoom it
Okay.
all out.
Okay.
Yeah, you started the top-down analysis. Yeah, this you just came up and did this, though I did not really say that way. I know you're really good, but I just want you to help guide my own insight on how I see it. For me, I usually start this way. Can you see my marking there? I
Um,
usually start this way, like this,
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
as the dinosaur. But you came and you started like this. You just saw this entire, you called this the high, and you saw this was a bearish trend, and you said it was reversing after this market structure shift.
Yep.
But I also started like this, identify this structure before I saw this shift. Then I call this my low and my high of this structure that is
Where's your
happening here.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Then I call this. Can you zoom in again?
Zoom in.
Yeah. It okay. Move it to your left a bit. Your left, not right. To the left.
I'm moving. Oh, maybe it's to the right.
Okay. Zoom zoom out again. I want to see where we were at. Again, zoom out.
So once you
No,
had your
not
market structure shift, right?
okay. Yeah,
Price
yes.
pulled back to your
Once I had
demand
my
zone.
market structure. Yeah,
So this was the market structure shift here,
yeah,
right here. And then price
yeah.
pull back to your demand
My
zone.
demand. Yeah.
Yep.
Now zoom in carefully. Put your trend line from here to here. Let me see what happened there. Let me see because this is
Okay.
how I do identify
So
mine.
once price came here, price broke structure.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is
Yeah. Okay. Stop. Because now this is what I always consider. Because when I see this, we trade what we see. This from this area has not. Let's say this area has not been seen yet.
yep.
This area, I will call this a break of structure here. Yeah, because I can't do that really. I don't have on.
That's okay.
So I'll call this a break of structure really. And the next thing I will do, I'll be expecting price to pull back to this level, which
So
this will be the
within within this leg here,
mm,
right?
yeah,
You have this push up, this pull back,
mm,
this push up,
mm,
this pull back.
mm,
You have this little minor
yeah,
hiccup here, little pullback, and then this here. So it shifted, it shifted structure, right? It broke below
okay.
here.
Can you zoom in? Let me see minor pull because that's how I identify structure.
So
Um,
it had this high
I
here,
wouldn't call, I wouldn't call, to me, I wouldn't call this
a pullback.
a minor pullback because at least a pullback clearly would be that there will be a candle closes below a previous candle. Then,
So
like this here, you can see this high, this candle closed
yes,
below. You
I
see,
agree. I agree with that.
yeah.
Hold on though.
So this is a pullback.
But when I go to the 4 hour,
Mhm.
that's it right there. It has pulled back and it has closed below these lows. You understand what I'm saying? I can see it
Mm,
when you have those weekly pullbacks. It is closing below something. But
mm,
as you can see on the 4 hour, this was a push up, right?
mm,
And then it pulled back, but it didn't break this low.
yeah.
Then it pushed up,
Mm,
and then we pulled back, and then we pushed up, and then we pulled back, we pushed up. And if you want to count this, you could, but because on the 15-minute or 30-minute or even 1 minute,
mm,
okay, it's not moving. Um, it's going to be a pullback, and then you have this shift in structure, right?
mm.
So once you have that shift in structure, that's when um where did I put it? Was it um I don't know where I put it.
Yeah, this time tunnel. So
Yeah, I don't know where it went. Okay, let me go back to the replay. Okay, up here. Let me just set a yeah. Oh, it's not showing.
okay.
Yeah, it's not showing. I'm gonna go to the 4 hour.
No, this is the weekly. Okay.
Yeah, it's not showing. It's not showing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not showing from the weekly. The where I drew this. Wait a minute, hold on.
mm,
Let me go to the video. Okay. And if I go to the 4 hour, is it mentioned? Yeah. No. That's weird because it's after here. Yeah, I don't know how I don't know why it's not showing. But I'm gonna just go back to the daily where we can see. Oh, wait a minute. So when we marked it up here, we got this shift in structure. Price didn't pull all the way to my zone, but then it sold. It didn't pull back until later. Once it got here, there it is. So if I delete this, I'm just gonna put this right here, and price pulled back there and then sold.
wait, go back. Okay, explain what you mean again.
This was my supply zone right here.
Hmm.
This is my last up candle before the down move, before this shift in structure. And price came back and then sold from there.
How do you say? But look what price has already done. He came here, broke structure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
differently.
Mm-hmm.
Even here became a shift. So I think I wouldn't really be waiting on this point again. It has already. This is now a shift. Maybe I'll be targeting a demand zone from here, but maybe based on the overall, I wouldn't have. Because if seeing it this way, this is where I think this is where you count your first shift and market comes back and you see it has already broken structure, telling us that it has left this side. So we are monitoring supply zone from here now, observing these internals, right? And where we should be.
Because you're not looking at the bigger picture. Erase your price has broken this swing high,
Mm,
shifted structure. So you should be expecting price to pull back to a premium zone before it starts to sell back down to a discounted area. So I don't care about this structure here. Price has shifted, price broke structure here. We know when we get a break of structure, at some point it's going to give a pullback. So once it
mm,
starts shifting structure, you should expect price to pull back to your premium zone. For me, I'm looking for price to pull back to the 78 or 88. I don't care what else is happening in there. You had a shift here and then you
mm,
had the shift here. So at some point, I'm expecting this was the first shift, right? This was the first shift
mm.
in structure. So I'm expecting price to pull back to this zone and start selling.
Okay, so how do you expect it when structure has told you that it has broken and
I,
has continued? If
I'm
structure
still
is
because price broke structure here first. This was the first market
mm,
structure shift. I'm
yeah,
expecting price to come back to that zone. I don't care that it has gone. So I also trade the market maker cycle, right?
mm,
And like I said, I'm not going to teach that in here because it is a difficult thing. But just trust me when I say once price shifts structure, if you mark up your highest supply zone or demand zone or lowest demand zone, price is going to come back. Don't worry about what this is doing because the market maker cycle is like it's going to give these three pushes. This is the first push. It's going to come back up, give another second push, and then it's going to come up and give a whole nother third push. The cycle is crazy, but if you just follow the direction of price breaking structure, you want it to pull back and it's price broke structure bullish. It gave you market structure shift bearish. So price is likely going to sell back down to your discounted areas to then start. And you know what? So let me just say this because I forgot. So this was the discounted area, right? Anywhere in between here and here. Now, price tapped into this zone. Could price keep going up? It could, because right now this is bullish. This is bullish right here. Because this was the last break of internal break of structure, and then it's starting to sell back down. So if price starts to break these lows, and this is my swing low here, price could come here. Price could come here. So there was a little demand zone right here. Price could come here and start buying up. But if it breaks below this low, I know that I'm going to be looking for price to pull back up to this zone here. I'm going to be looking for price for this to pull back to this zone here. Give me a shift in structure to then sell back down to the 78 at 88.
Okay, madam.
But
So
I need to see the shift first. Now, Todd would have said there was a weekly wick rejection, or maybe he would have looked on the 6 month or whatever time frame you want to look at. Wisdom.
yes,
Okay.
I was having a little network.
Okay. So this is the zone I would be looking for price to pull back to. Again, this is the bearish move. Price is already in the zone, in a discounted area. So if this move up here, I'm expecting this to come here and sell some more. But if it comes and breaks this high, then it has met its responsibility to pull back to a discounted area and then shift structure to start buying. And that's what I would be looking for. If it broke above here, I look for the pullback to keep buying. Until then, I'm going to sell until I can't sell anymore. So I would be looking for price to pull here and sell down some more.
Okay. So I hope you're not feeling bad that I'm not really following this the way.
That's okay. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get
Yeah.
it.
So how that go to the left? That area is where maybe I'll share my chart to show you what I've done if I'm really right, or where after the shift here, after this was the shift in market. Where is that shift? Okay, shifted.
All right, right here.
Okay, okay, here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now my question is, how do you align this with structure? Because you said structure is the catalyst for.
How do I line this with structure?
Yes, yes, because this is what I've seen. I don't know why I'm just not like
Because I can
sometimes
see
waiting for it for
because
this.
I'm on the higher time frame. I can see that price went here. I can see that there was a bearish week. There were two bearish weeks. So there's a pullback. And then there was a buy up. So that's why I can see, like I said, when I go to the 4 hour, I can see that. I can see that on the weekly, although on the 4 hour, I can't see. Okay. No, that wasn't it. Did I lose it again?
No, that isn't what I'm even talking about. That is not what
Hmm?
I'm even talking about. Please.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with it, but um so yes. So I can see that that was a shift in structure.
I agree on that now. I agree on that now, madam. Just on this weekly, just if you could just follow me carefully, you see where my I'm aiming at. After you identify weekly, after you identify the shift here,
Hmm?
after you identify a shift here. The market came down.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, for what we were expecting is that this high would have reached here before it sold,
But you're
but
not
it didn't.
but you're not hearing me though. Once price shifted structure, it should have come back to
Mm,
a supply zone. Okay. It never came back to the supply zone. So
mm,
I am going to always look for price to come back to my supply zone.
okay. But it did come to the discounted area when you fib it from this high to this low. Around there should be about 50 something or 61.8, right?
But it didn't come back to my supply zone. I don't trade 50% 618. I know that is the premium zone, right? It is
Mm,
the premium zone from here to here. Okay. And price
mm,
pulled into there. But and it could all depend on the pair as well. But the thing is, price, and although price tapped into this 50%, price technically really hasn't pulled back into the discounted area. So
to you, that's to you, right? Like price hasn't pulled back to the discounted area. This was where my question came in that then if it because it didn't come back to the discounted area, but you see structure moving, which you said structure is the catalyst.
it is, but let me
Mm,
explain something to you.
yeah.
When I see a shift in structure,
Mm,
I'm marking this zone up. I'm
mm.
not even looking at the charts to care about what else is going on until price gets up here.
Okay. When you see a shift in structure, is that what you mean? When you see a shift in structure.
Mm-hmm. I'm marking up my
Okay.
zone that I want price to come to. I do
Okay.
not care what happens in between that until price gets to my zone.
Okay. What you mean is as it has as markets please as market shifted and market kept on doing this, you don't care
No,
until it comes back to this 70.
no, at all,
So what do you
at all. Because if price got back here and broke above this high, then I would be looking for the next demand zone to buy from. I am the most patient trader you probably will ever find.
yeah, I know you're the most patient trader. I
Like I know you patient trader.
I'm just not just satisfied because while you say you do not care what price does
Because even
before it
okay,
comes.
let me explain something to you. Even if I saw this right here, and soon as I finish this, I'm gonna get off because I'm not trying to do. I'm already over my hour. So even
I'm
when I
sorry.
saw this right here, that's okay.
Mm,
Even when we had this structure right here, right?
mm,
What would we have been looking for? For price to pull back into this zone right here,
mm,
right?
yeah,
So price, as price was pushing up to that zone,
in the internal, right?
didn't break this low, broke
Mm,
through this high. Now I'm looking to see if price is going to close above this high or shift to start selling. And as you can see, let's go down to the daily. As you can see, and let's even go down to the 4 hour if I can get it. Here we go. Okay. As you can see, now this would not have been a shift. Well, wait a minute, hold on. I lied. So on the 4-hour, this candle closed below this swing low. You see that?
Mm.
Okay. So now when that candle closed below that swing low, from my zone, from my POI, close below that zone, there are several supply zones. There's one here, and then
Mhm.
there's one here, which they kind of overlap, right?
Mhm.
So once price pulled back into that zone, it gave this bearish momentum, but I would have really wanted price to pull back into this zone. Okay. And then once that didn't happen, price broke here. So now that price broke here, this is my swing high. This is my supply zone.
Mm.
Okay. And this is where I would have looked to sell from. Yes, it is even similar to what the one you just talked about. But because
Yeah.
because price came to my POI, it came to my zone, my 78, my 88. I don't do 50%. I don't do 618. It has to
Mm.
come to my 70. If I miss it, I miss it. Okay. So,
Mm.
but once it came to my zone, it shifted structure. Then I'm back to looking for my sales to the lowest low that happened. Um, the lowest low that happened, and this was the lowest low that we had at this point. So from here, from this shift of structure, this high to this low, that's the move that I would have sold from. I do not care about this pullback to a 50%. I do not care that price shifted structure again.
Broke structure again.
Broke structure again. Yes, broke structure again. I don't care about that. I only care about when price comes to my supply and demand zone after a break of structure or a market structure shift. That's when my alarm goes off, my alert goes off, and then I can go and look at the charts. Otherwise, I don't care.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah, I get it somehow. So even as he did this, came here and did this again, you don't care
I do not care.
for this second break until it comes here. Then you go to like the daily or the 4 hour, look for a shift to sell back to
I
the
go to
low,
the
the
four
lowest low.
4 hour or the 1 hour
Jesus
and
Christ.
look for a shift, a market structure shift. I don't know where it went, but oh, is that it? No. Wherever that went, I can't see it on the 1 hour. Go back to the phone. There we go. Matter of fact, let me just do this. There we go. So this was a break on the 1 hour.
Mm.
This was a break of structure to the top side. This was a break of structure here, right? So that made this my swing low and this my swing high. So once price broke this low, then I'm looking for my supply or demand zone. I mean, my supply zone.
At the 78.
We can do the 78. We can mark it up from here to here, right?
Mm.
The 78. There it is right here. Got tapped in right there.
Mm.
But I only would have taken it to this low. Or wait a minute, hold on. No, I forgot. There's some stuff over here that I would have taken it to. Yeah, no. I would have taken it. Let me go to my 4-hour. I would be looking to take it to back down to this low. Or even just this low. You can just take it to this low. Because that's the last swing, right?
Mm.
You can just take it to that low. But I think it went even lower. Or yeah, it went lower. It went to the low that I mentioned, that I talked about. From here all the way down to here. So that would have been a perfect trade. On the 78. All right.
Okay.
All right, Wisdom. I'll be back on tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
I've been looking at a trader on YouTube, Fortune. You've heard of Fortune Trade?